Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We've got a fun video today answering a couple of questions that you guys have had about the guns that I run. Today's video, guys, is sponsored by bulletsafe. Sent us some bulletproof vests to try out, and we're going to start wearing these things while we're plinking steel because sometimes you get a little blowback from the steel. Now we're going to go over that in a minute. We'll get that thing put on, but for now what we want to talk about, guys, is my sights. People ask me, Chad, what kind of gun do you run? What kind of sights do you use? And I do not use standard sights, but I also have just recently changed up my sights, which has been a fun learning experience because I am now relearning how to do a bunch of shooting. Let me show you what I mean. Now, the pistol that I run is an M&P. This one's a 2.0. The other one's just an M&P 9. That is the one that I carry. I prefer the M&P 9, but I also have the M&P 2.0. Now, what I did was I took these sights off of my M&P 9. Let me show you the sights that I'm using. These are an XS big dot sight, so it's a little bit different system than you're probably used to. It runs a big dot on the front. You line it up on that line right there in the back. So your rear sight is just a kind of a V notch, very slim V notch. And your front is a big dot, and that is actually a tritium gas sight as well. So that is a night sight that glows. Now, I've been running this sight for years. It is what I've been used to, and I absolutely loved it. But recently, people have been talking about red dot, red dot, red dot. And I didn't think that I would ever run a red dot because I always felt like my sight is going to be faster to put on target than a red dot optic would. But I've been beat before by people who have red dot optics running drills, which means you can be faster with the optic. So we're going to switch for a while. We're going to give it a try. But today we're going to shoot a little bit of steel, and I'm going to show you guys the difference. Now, here's my M&P 9, guys. Old M&P 9. I run a Talon grip. This thing is like grip tape on it. It's just a little bit of a wrap, but it's like skateboard grip tape. This thing really grabs, and I really like how aggressive it is. That has nothing to do with optics. I've got this Hollow Sun optic that I've put on here, and I'll tell you a couple reasons why I chose it versus other models that are pretty popular. Now, this Hollow Sun is a red dot, and I'll show you guys the different patterns in here as soon as I'm done. But this thing has a couple of cool features, and one that I really like is this battery tray on the side. This battery tray on the side allows me to change out the battery without having to take the optic completely off. The majority of these, or a lot of them, you have to take the optic completely off, and the battery is on the bottom side there. Now, another cool feature of this optic, solar panels, guys, come on. Living off grid, solar panels everywhere, including my gun. So while you're out shooting, your battery is actually getting charged back up, which is fantastic. These batteries are good for about 50,000 hours anyway, but why not put a little charge to it? One of the other cool things about this product is its shake-away technology. The shake-away technology is really cool. So instead of having to pick up my gun, push a button to turn it on, the moment this thing feels movement, it turns itself on. Not all optics are like that. Many optics you just have to have on. You turn them on, you run them, you turn them off, that's it. Or you leave it on and it's on all the time. That's severely going to cut on your battery life. With this one, it goes to sleep when I'm not using it. All right, now let me show you guys what we've got here for options. You can see that that's actually a circle and a dot there. That is option 1. Option 2, after holding down on the button for just 3 seconds, turns it over to just a dot. Option 3 is just an open circle. So you have the options between a dot and a circle, or just a circle. Now, I typically run the dot in the circle because I like it. I have not shot just the circle, which I think we're actually going to try out right now on this steel and see how it does at this range on those steel targets. That is a speed rack from shootsteel.com. Link in the description below. We are going to be working with those guys here very shortly and testing out a bunch of product, showing you the different stuff they make. And for all of you crybabies out there, made in America. So if you're looking for good American-made steel, shootsteel.com. All right, guys, enough talking. Let's do some shooting. We're going to put our brand new vest on from bulletsafe, and then we are going to take a few shots at this speed rack. Now, we're not going for time today. In the future, we will be running this thing, and we are going to start to run it as fast as we can, and we're going to work a shot timer on it as well to improve ourselves on accuracy and speed. But for today, we're just having some fun. Ear Pro, Eye Pro, Body Pro. Show you guys what we're shooting today. Today, we're using just these lead cast bullets. These are loaded by a buddy of mine who works at the Plinker shop, Spirit Lake, Idaho. You guys go check out. It is a small gun shop. I don't even know why I'm telling you about it, because there's ammo always on the shelf, and that's going to change the moment y'all start shopping there. Absolutely no indentation, and we're about 10 yards right now, maybe 12 yards, and I caught nothing back either. That's a hair close for steel, but because we're using these soft lead rounds, they are just blowing apart. Missed two on that one, so picking up the speed just a little bit. We're just working that that big circle on that thing, and it basically kind of fills the inner third of the steel plate. So learning that sight. We're going to change up that. We're going to work the dot now and see how that one does. So I like the optic on this thing. I feel like you can get real accurate with just having a dot that you're sticking on your sight. But it is a completely different presentation now than what I'm used to. Whereas before I was just coming across my sights here, I am now up a little higher, which means I have a lot more muscle memory presentation that I have to learn, which is fun because it means I just have to shoot a bunch. Just the dot is a hair harder to find, but it seems to be quite a bit more accurate. Shooting steel is a blast. All right, guys, well, good time. And hey, go check out these links. bulletsafe, I'll put a link in the description below. You guys, this is soft armor, and I'm really impressed with it. I've actually been wearing this thing around on my daily farm chores just to test it out. This thing is very comfortable. They sent McKinley one as well, and we're going to let McKinley start shooting. She's been expressing interest in it, and Mama said, "Do not let her take a ricochet." So we got her some body armor. But it is starting to rain, guys, which means I'm going to get my camera equipment put away. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, go check out shootsteel.com. Link in the description below, as well as bulletsafe.com. And guys, thank you so much for sponsoring the channel. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for adding a line of protection to my family.